What is up, guys? It is Russ here, PokeRuss here. We are back for another Dragon Ball Super TCG video and another Deck Tech Tuesday. Deck Tech Tuesday is a series where I go over decks either created by me or my crew or sent in by you guys and featured on the channel to kind of go over what they do, why they do the things they do, and stuff like that. Maybe there's something you wanted to try in there that you haven't got a chance to, or maybe you have a couple suggestions, maybe a tweak, something like that you can leave in the comment section down below, because obviously the creators of these decks probably do watch the show that their deck premieres in. They could always use some tips, hints, and tricks. So, but you can check the description box down below to see how to submit decks, but let's go into this deck. As always, you can find the full list of the deck in the comment section or in the description box down below. There will be a link to the deck or a list in the deck of the deck in there as well. So, we're starting off with Super Saiyan Goku. So this is a mono blue deck. You're like, I've heard of mono blue. This isn't the mono blue deck you've heard of. It is not. So, this revolves around this big bad boy from set 2. Set 2, this big, beautiful bad boy. We're rocking 2 of it, but he's the core center. There's obviously other strategies in this deck, but we're leading off with the leader, Son Goku. Son Goku and Heightened Evolution Super Saiyan 3. If you haven't been around long, this guy is pretty much dominating the meta, other than a few other blue leader cards, but he was on the watch list and all that kind of stuff. He does a lot of things. He amplifies your super does your energy the first turn, wow. And then after that, when he awakens, he kind of just sets you up as a nice defense. So, super nice leader. We're going to start off with that just because a little bit of mana acceleration isn't a bad thing. So, we're running the Trunks, the Constant Hope. So we're rocking 2 of that card. It's 2 blue, 3 anything, evolve off of Trunks. If both Son Goku and Vegeta are in your drop area, this card gains triple strike, which is absolutely crazy. Okay, so when this card attacks or is attacked, choose up to 1 blue battle card in your drop area and combo with it. So this always has a 1 combo, like already built in. You don't have to do anything about it. It's super nice. If your opponent doesn't remember this effect exists, and you can just sit there and you just get an extra combo piece. So how do we get into this kind of thing? How do we get into this synergy and all that kind of stuff? First, we're rocking 4 Determined Time Leaper Trunks. This is from the new Ultimate box. It's a turn 2, 0, 5, 10,000. When this card attacks, so the top 7 cards of the top of your deck for 1 future Trunk among them, and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck, and then this card gains 5,000 for the duration of the turn. Pretty awesome. Pretty sick. He becomes a 1500 turn 2. This is usually going to be your turn 1 play, kinda, or it can be past that. But it's a nice 1500. It's a nice follow-up attacker to what we're going to show you, and it searches out Trunks. There's a lot of Trunks in this deck because I love it. It's synergistic with the deck, and yeah. So we have that. We have we need Gokus and Vegetas in the drop area for Constant Hope. So we have 1, 2, 3 Comrades combined to Goku. This deck is all about pushing your opponent multiple times in 1 turn while still using a decent, like, you still have to have 3 mana unlocked to be able to do a multiple push, but it makes them waste their hand because these are all 1500 attackers. So what happens here is we have combined Comrades Goku. Another starter to this is the Trunks Creator of the Future. So we have 4 copies of this. So what this card does is activate main, place this card in the bottom of your deck and choose 1 blue Son Goku or Vegeta with energy cost of 3 or less from your hand and play it. Which doesn't seem like that great, but in the way the meta is rolling out, you want to be way over your opponent in hand. So what you do is you use this to attack once, cost them to use 1 card in their hand, maybe more. Then you use this effect to bring out either Combined Comrade, or you can use it to summon Preface, which is super nice. Or you can go into this Vegeta as well. So let's go into these. So what happens with Combined Comrade is he comes in, when you play this card, look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose 1 blue Vegeta among them with energy cost of 3 or less, and put it in the rest mode. And the remaining cards go on the bottom of your deck. So this summons Sneak Attack. Pretty nice, nothing crazy. but it gets you a card off the top of your deck, and it's a flute combo, which is super nice. But also, you can do that, so you can do that, summon this, get this in rest mode, attack. Like that's two pushes right there on first, or on that turn, which is super nice. Or you can go into Preface, and Preface will untap 2 of your mana. So you go this, you attack, you get Preface, untap 2 of your mana, attack, and then you have 2 mana left if you want to summon this, and you have a third 1500 attacker, which is absolutely crazy. Or if you do this, if you attack with this, you can go into Sneak Attack Vegeta, and one, it has Barrier, so your opponent can't kill it with skills, which is super nice. And when this card attacks a leader, your opponent chooses 1 card from their hand, places at the top of their deck, so you can go this into this and just minus them a card that way. And you're minusing them 2 cards because they're obviously going to block this attack or like do what they need to, use a card in hand, the card goes back to the top of the deck. Super, 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 super nice. Okay, so next we have the next Trunks. This is your other turn 3 play. We have 4 Trunks Hope at hand. So this is one of my favorite new cards. I love the art, I love all that kind of stuff. When evolving into a future Trunks in your hand, evolve cost is -3. So this turns into a 2 cost. So with this, with Unyielding Trunks or Senzu Bean, you can actually go into this third turn. You can go into this big bad boy third turn. Super cool, and you can get Goku's and Vegeta's and discard POW with Goku's first effect. Another leader you can do this with is Hero, but this deck's a little bit faster and a little bit more, I'm going to say, consistent in that aspect. So, Trunks Hope at hand can evolve for 3 less, which is super nice. Again, getting this out super early. Even if you don't get the triple strike off right away, you still have the combo. He's still big, fat, and he automatically makes himself 30,000 at minimum. Super nice. So, the second effect is you place this card on the bottom of your deck, and if you have 4 or more energy, choose 1 Restless Spirit, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta in your hand and play it. So, 4th turn comes along, you've done all your shenaniganry, you attack with this, 1500, pretty nice, you have to waste a card in hand, then you pop this to bottom of deck, special summon this from your hand, double strike, when this card is put into play, reveal 1 card from the bottom of your deck if it's a future Trunks, which it will be, because you just did this effect. Put it into play and then negate its activate skill for the duration of the game. If there's any other cards, put them back to the bottom of the deck. So this automatically summons this back to the field, and you have 2 strikers right there that can come in and do what they need to do. It does negate this bottom effect, but you can still evolve. Like, in these 2 attacks, either in this first attack where you're untapping, or in this attack when you're tapping, you can use your, because you only summon 3, so you still have 1 open, so you can Senzu Bean and do whatever you need to do to get your 2 energy untapped. So when you summon this back to the field, boom, evolve, triple strike, go ham these. Absolutely crazy. Plus, yeah, you're running 3 of these, I'm sorry. You're running 3 Super Saiyan, Restless Super Saiyan Blue Vegetas. So now you have 3 of these, you have 3 of these, 3 of these, and 3 of these. So these are all to get in the discard pile for Constant Hope. Super nice, but you're only running 2 because sometimes it happens where you don't get all set up. Pretty awesome, pretty nice, and pretty freaking strong. It's all about multiple pushes for the game, all that kind of stuff. You're running your standard 4 boost attack Piccolos, and because you're running 4 copies of this, 4 copies of this, 4 copies of this, and 2 copies of this, you're running 4 copies of My Supporter of Hope. So My Supporter of Hope, if you have a Trunks in play, you get the special summon for free. It's super nice. It allows you to have a free blocker, which is super relevant, and as well as, so it's a free blocker. It's super nice because you do, like I said, have 2 flutes in the deck. You can either combo, do all your combo shenaniganry, and like, say you don't have this in hand, like say you don't have the Constant Hope in hand, after you do your Hope of Hand into Vegeta into your Hope of Hand, you just bounce your Hope of Hand back, and then the next turn when you want to summon it, it's relive, which is super, super nice. So you have 4 Mai's, again, bounce them back to hand with flute. You have run 2 flutes in the deck, only 2 because it's super nice, but again, everything costs 2, 3, stuff like that. If you get to like 4 and are able to go like absolutely bonkers, but like 4 mana, you go Preface, untap 3, untap 2, you have preface, you do attack, you can summon another preface, untap 2, summon a Trunks and do that. Or you can flute back to hand and do all the kind of crazy shenaniganry as well. We're playing 4 Unyielding Spirit Trunks, because 1 Trunks, 2, it's obviously one of the best cards in the game at the moment, and it works really well with the untap synergy of this deck and just push, 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 push. We're rocking 3 Oath of Power Tabion. This is part of your Self-Awakening. Obviously, you're starting off at 6 already, or if you need to, you don't use its effect and kind of start off a little bit slower, but this helps you awaken and gets rid of creatures on board. And then 4 Sensu Beans, because obviously you're going to untap. We're going to go for super, super nifty awesomeness with the big Trunks. And then last but not least, we're finishing off with 3 Weez's Coercion, just to protect you. So between the 3 Weez's Coercion and the Mize, you're decently protected from the early game if you kind of need to against like Storm or something like that. You can also change around a couple things in this deck, obviously. If you don't think you're going to need to awaken in sideboard instead of like Tabion's Oath, you can still do Goku's effect, and then you run something like Pilaf in me spot, because obviously your opponent's going to be attacking and doing all their Storm stuff. You can swap these out for Pilafs and try to slow them down a bit. You can, instead of the Mize in sideboard, you can run Revenge. What's his name? Yashirobe. You can run Yashirobe in its place as well. It's not free, but it's also, it has Revenge, which is super nice. And this, I love this deck. This deck is super fun. I playtested it a couple weeks ago, and the thing I just haven't got a chance to sit down and make a deck profile about it. It's a little bit different than I originally tested out, but the same concept is still there, and it's super, super nice. I got second place at my tournament locals with it. Pretty awesome. I'm super excited. Hope you guys like this. Like I said, if you want to, either leave a deck in the comment section down below. You can send it to an email address, or send it over to my Discord, which will also be in the description box down below. Check it out for the deck list in the description as well, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Have a great day. Bye, guys.